sharing. Okay. Okay, so we are going to share the difference about the higher self and the I am presence. And also you might be able to tap into both energies and recognize what is the difference. So for this, the I am presence, maybe what I want to start from is the source, okay? Just to explain this I am presence and the higher self, I want to explain about source. Like all of us are part of, are a spark of this source, this amount of energy. And I would like you to see and imagine like this is kind of is a high voltage electricity. Imagine the source is a high voltage electricity. So this source, in order to be able to come down and be part of every human being and have this experience, it needed to split, kind of clone itself many times and reduce the voltage in order to be able to come down, and a part of it, only a fractal of it, right, to come down and be able to be within this body. Otherwise, this high voltage electricity will burn this body. We are not capable at this moment to contain that high voltage electricity in our bodies. So that's the source. And why I am mentioning this is also to explain that in this process of splitting itself or cloning itself with a lower voltage, it created itself as the monad. Some people call it kind of this spark, and it was able to individualize itself in the I am presence. So the I am presence is this divine presence, but it's an individualized, that we can feel it as a she or we can feel it as a he, right? It can like, it shifts the energy. It is not like he or she, is more an it, because sometimes it contains both, but we will feel it more like a feminine energy or male energy in our, based on our mind, based on our cognitive thinking mind. So this energy that is, and I'm going to share, I want to share this picture because I think it's going to make it easier. I hope you can see this. So when I'm talking about is about this picture. This one that is at the top is this I am presence. So this is the individualized God or personalized God that has been created, that is kind of our Father. Is that what we know, our mighty God? And this is the presence that we can imagine that has given us its the spark of itself and has come down. That only a part of it has come down in this human and is experimenting itself through this human being that we are. So each of us have an I am presence and is experimenting itself in this human being. So this I am presence is, as you will see, and I'm going to just mention, as you can see it here at the top, it has a lot of circles around itself, and it has the different colors on each circles. So what that means is, I'm not sure if you heard about the rays, the sacred rays or the 7 sacred rays. There are more rays, but there are 7 ones that are mostly known, I would say. So each of these sacred rays are the different qualities of God. We can know potentially the blue ray, which is the blue ray is the ray of protection, and we kind of talk about Archangel Michael with this ray, and we sometimes, many people cover in blue ray when they want to protect themselves. Okay, perfect. Stacy knows the ray. Okay, so these are the qualities of God. So if we see the violet ray, that's the violet, that ray is the transmutation, right? That's the ray also of freedom. We relate the Saint Germain, the Ascended Master Saint Germain, with this violet ray. But the truth is that every one of us, we are working with this ray because this is the ray that is allowing us to transmute, as you can see here in the first chart down here. So this one here down is the one that is the human, the physical self. And the middle one, the middle man that you see here in this chart, this is the higher self. So I usually say, and how I explain, is kind of thinking that our higher self is in the maybe fifth dimension and our I am presence is in a higher dimension, because the energy of our mighty presence of the I am is high, it's very high frequency energy. And that I am presence that we hold wants to communicate with us. I mostly explain this part as we most of the time has lived like as humans, as only humans, and we forgot that we are human beings, right? When we understand that we are human beings and not only humans, then we move from the flesh into the being, and that being is this mighty presence. We can call it first, it's going to be the higher self, and then it's going to be our I am presence. Because the higher self is kind of the messenger, it's kind of the middleman, the one that is in a lower frequency, because we can feel, it's easier for us to feel that presence, and is the one that is going to be sending our requests, and the support to this higher presence of us, which is the I am. Is it clear so far? So just let me know if you have any questions or any comments. So as I am talking with Pete, I am also kind of connecting with the I am presence of each of us, because it is that connection when we start kind of invoking or calling our divine I am presence, then this core, this line that you see in the middle, right? There is like a line that is connecting the higher with the I am presence with the higher self, with the physical body. That line is going to start building out more and more, is more strongly and more strongly. And it is kind of the light of our I am presence is going to descend, and it's going to start supporting in a higher vibration. And what it's going to do is going to also support us and covering us in this violet flame, for us to start releasing all those programs, all those beliefs, and all those emotions that are more related to this physical body. So we are supposed to release all those dense energies so we can be in a lighter space for us to ascend. So that's kind of the main purpose. Like, we are going to be connecting more and more with the God qualities. And the God qualities are going to start working through us and are going to be manifesting through us in everything that we are. So every ray is a God quality. If it is willpower, if it is the healing, if it is wisdom, if it is love. So all those qualities will start manifesting more and more. Okay, so here is so I'm going to go down to the higher self. The higher self, some people, or I would say some lines, they say that is also the soul. The higher self is kind of the mind of God, is the part of, some other people says that it is kind of the program that is running, that is supporting us while we are here in this life experience. And the higher self is the one that is closer to us, because it is in a lower vibration. So it is closer to us and it's easier for us to connect. However, if it's okay for you to share my experience, is that I've been calling my higher self. I've been kind of connecting with my higher self for a long time. However, it is when I was able to connect with my I am presence, it is a time when I felt totally its presence itself of my I am presence, that I felt an inner shift within myself, that I felt that I was held, that I was embraced, that I was supported, that I was fulfilled in a certain way. The emptiness within myself started to dissipate it. It is not fully dissipated because it is a process, and I still feel like it's reducing. There is some emptiness still, but it's kind of shifting and shifting and shifting. But since I was able to connect with this I am presence, I would say something has shifted within myself. Like I feel more relaxed and trusting more in universe or in source. But it is because I am seeing myself beyond of my physical body. Because as you can see in the first picture, in the first part of this picture, you have the physical body, and we tend to identify so much with the physicality that we forget that we are more than the physical body. But because we don't get and take our attention into everything that we are, is why we feel sometimes that we are missing parts of ourselves and we feel incomplete. And of course, all those things open up many other things, because we can feel abandoned, we can feel rejected, and all the fears start kind of appearing within ourselves. But it's because we forgot this amazing connection. We forgot that we are human beings, we are humans, and we are beings from this amazing energy that is the I am presence. And when we see ourselves as everything that we are, you can see this light that is surrounded, this like white light that is surrounded. And that's our own energy. The I am presence is nothing, like it is something, we can see it and feel it as something external, but the true on this one is that it is us. It's just this human, is just a little part of everything that we are. So this is the invitation that I wanted to share and that I wanted to bring forth to everyone, to get more, I would say, conscious and be more aware about this connection, because this is really a life changer. I feel that fullness, not as connected to lower vibration emotions. Yes, and that's the other difference. Like when we start connecting with this divine presence of who we are, this I am presence, then what is going to happen? Okay, what is going to happen when we start connecting with this is that it kind of creates a shield, because it raises our vibration. It is going to raise our vibration. There is no, like, this is going to be like dense vibrations and light vibrations. It is like oil and water. So whenever we call and we connect with this, and this is something we can cultivate, so we can like allow this presence to be fully and to be for longer times within ourselves, then it is kind of a shield of protection. But it is not that we are protecting, because we don't need to protect when we are under this energy. It is something that just happened because, as I mentioned at the beginning, the voltage and the energy is so high. It is kind of the sun within us is finally bright and is shining finally, that anything else, it is just too bright for any other dense energy. It is just going to burn themselves. So there is no way that anything can be filtered. Okay, so it is kind of, you start working in a sterilized space. And this is super interesting, because I use the I am presence when I teach about the Akashic record readings. We do it through the I am presence. So what shifted before, and this is also a sharing, what shifted before, when I was doing the Akashic records, I used to have a protocol, right? I was calling the angels and Michael and covering with the dome, the golden dome and the blue sapphire sphere around myself. And then when the I am presence was totally present in my life, I started like only connected with my I am presence, and that curated the space, and that curated the sessions as well. So whatever you are doing, you can just call this energy of yours, this divine presence of yours, and that will curate. You don't need anything else, because it's just, it brings you to a different level, and you will know it and you will feel it, because you will start feeling different. Your mind will start like being more calm and more quiet, and also your body, you will feel like you are embraced, like you are surrounded and somebody's holding you. So that's the beauty, and that's the gift of the I am presence. I don't know if you can even sense, because whenever we call and invoke any of our I am presence, it will start like coming here and establishing this connection, because that's what we are meant and we are destined to ascend, but it's going to be this heaven going down to earth. Stacy says, find as well that you become love. You just feel loving to others, life, everything. It is often just subtle. Love to strangers, things, situations that would have not been the way before. Yes, yes, Stacy, that's totally true. It's, you feel the love. Yes, and so what is happening here in this line with the I am presence, as you see here, you see that we have two lights in the human body. You see in the center of the heart, it is the illuminated heart. And then around the head, we have the illuminated mind. So this, or luminous heart or luminous mind, whatever you want to call it, the one in the heart is the activation of this threefold flame. This threefold flame is the one that is activated. That is kind of the, I believe Jesus can talk about the door. The door is the heart, right? The door to love is the heart. Through the heart, we would reach the Father. So what it means is that we hold in our heart this sacred door and this portal to connect with who we are, with this I am presence. So the more we communicate and we kind of cultivate this presence, this is going to be activated, this threefold flame, and also the luminous mind. Also, we will be activated. This luminous mind, we can see it on saints, right? And the ascended master, they draw something around their head, but those are the 8 tubes that we have, that those are activated, which means also we are thinking through the mind of God. We are not seeing things through the mind of the human itself. So we see beyond what is the physical, what seems to be what is happening. We can see the truth thing, the true meaning of everything that is happening in our life. So that's kind of the shift. And also when our heart is activated, these two things are important, because both of them at the end are going to be aligned. And this is the coherence that we talk so much, how we activate the heart, how we kind of quiet and reduce the noise in my mind. So it is kind of connecting this heart and our mind with the divine mind and the divine heart. So is it clear, this part? And also I want just to check with you if it's clear the difference within the higher self and the I am presence. Because the I am presence is the personalized God, is the personalized mother or father, is the electronic self of who we are. And the higher self is this middle man, is a precious man, of course, but this is kind of the mind part is kind of this program that is supporting us, which is in a lower vibration, but is closer to us, to support us, and also to kind of through it, we can recall who we are. It's kind of that bridge. But then when we start connecting with the I am presence, it's going to be the I am presence that is going to be totally present in everything that we do. And a way to activate for people that they say, how can I activate my I am presence? It is just using dual cool. That there was this mantra that was channeled by Alice Bailey. She channeled dual cool, and it was something like I am love, I am divine will, and I am divine design. And then it says like, I am the soul, I am the monad, I am light, I am the divine design, I am that I am. So we can call I am the divine presence, or I am the mighty presence of my I am. So when we start saying those things, it is not going to be only an affirmation, but we will start feeling a shift within our mind, our body, and our emotions. Okay. Okay. Some people has relate, and this part is very interesting. Some people has relate the higher self with the soul. So the higher self with the soul has been the thing with the soul is that the soul is a part of God. Okay, it is God itself, it's a spark of God. But because the soul has been having so many experiences in the human body, sometimes it kind of got disturbed. It got like there are some discordant energies within the soul, because we said sometimes that it has forgotten. It has forgotten who it is. So the soul is also sometimes aligning with our I am presence, because it's kind of purifying itself and it's remembering itself that it's God. So this is interesting, because my partner, he knows and he feels like his soul and the I am presence is one. He feels like he sees, feels, perceives everything as one. However, when I was talking with him, I was telling him like, well, I feel my soul different, it's separate. It's not like a one body itself. I feel my I am presence very strong and with an amazing, beautiful energy. And my soul is not like the same. And I don't feel like my soul is aligned. And then I started in my practice, I started kind of checking how it was working, the I am presence and the soul for the persons. And it varies. It is not just one way for everybody. And what I realized is there are like some old souls that they have lived so much that the soul itself, it's a little kind of, it's a little, how can I say, it become like, I don't know, in Spanish we say mañoso, is tricky. It become like a trickster. So it kind of start shifting things, start kind of cheating itself, because it knows so much that it just cheat by itself. So when I noticed this difference, what I did and what I've been doing is asking my I am presence to align my soul, to free myself to whatever it's going or suffering or any programs that has been kind of embedded into my soul, and to align with it. So when I do and put that request, I started feeling the difference, because sometimes I felt like confused. There was a lot of hesitation, but after I requested my I am presence to start putting into alignment my soul with myself and everything, then everything started changing. So that's something also I want to share with you. Yes, ask your I am presence to do this. Okay, so I think I covered what I wanted to. Think I understand the difference. Soul has been fragmented. Yes, exactly. So and it's being, yeah, it's being fragmented. It has been part of the soul are still in certain lives or in certain dimensions, because God they're derailed in certain way. So, but the I am presence, it's able to actualize the program. It's kind of, I feel like an actualization, like as if you are downloading a new iOS into your cell phone. So when I do this, I really, if you are going to do this by yourself, then I recommend that you just ask, and you, if possible, maybe you are asleep, you are going to bed, or you are just quiet and just allowing it to happen, to bring this and to actualize this program, because that's how it feels. And it will support you. And if you feel you need to do it once, twice, or 3 times, just do it. But it's going to help a lot. There are other times that you don't need that much, that you feel like your soul is totally in alignment. It's just different for every person. Okay, let me see if there is another comment or question. Okay, yes, perfect, Trini. Think our soul is fragmented through many vibrational realities, and we are unite them. It's a stay on the highest vibration. Well, yes, but I believe this one, Stacy, is because of the programs. There are so many programs that are running at the higher self, but the I am presence can start clearing those programs. So it can be kind of, because what we are doing is kind of, as we raise our vibration and our consciousness, we are going to have this direct connection with our I am presence. In certain way, the higher self is going to be there, but the higher self also is going to be self-actualize itself. So we will, these fluctuations that you mentioned are going to be reduced. So that's something that it will start lowering. At the beginning, maybe we are not going to notice it much, but later it's going to be easier. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Is just it was a short sharing that I wanted to do, but because I don't have like a platform, I don't have like a channel in English and those things, so I just wanted to share this piece with you, and I'm going also to send this replay, so the other people that sign up and they weren't able to join on time, then they will be having another chance. Is there any comment? Does it help, Stacy? Let me know if it's helpful. Okay, this is, yes, it is different. I think it is different. The vibration definitely is going to be different, and it's different. Connect with your I am presence and just be within that energy, and that from there you will notice immediately the difference with a higher self, because the I am presence, it is kind of, it is strong, it is powerful, and it is, you cannot deny its presence. You can feel totally supported, like it shifts. There is something within yourself that shifts. It doesn't mean that you are going to hold this vibration for 24 hours, the 7 days of the week. Not at this moment. I think we will be holding this in that way. But as we are shifting and we are releasing those dense energies within our physical body, then we are going to be able to stay in a longer periods in this vibration. So what we can do is kind of have time, like a friend, as when we meet a friend and we go for a coffee, just create some time in your daily routine, and just create that time to be with your I am presence, and just to know more your I am presence. And when you connect with the I am presence, however you feel it, because every person, when they connect with the I am presence, they feel it different. They feel it different, they experience it different, but you are able to become into that energy and be that energy and allow that energy to communicate through you. So that's when we are able to channel our own I am presence, and you can receive messages, guidance, orientation from this beautiful energy that you are. So that's your energy. That's the divine self within you. So that's the gift. Okay, so let me know if there is any questions and I will answer. Otherwise, I think that that's it. I hope you enjoy. I hope this piece of information, this sharing was helpful. Yes. Thank you, Stacy. I am knowledgeable about the three flame and yes, the three flame. Yes. That is going to be activated. It's part of the process for all of us to be activated and to start feeling it more and more, those three flames. And yeah, I think like this is a beautiful experience that we are going through and we are walking. And I believe everyone, people say, and I heard a lot of people that they say that, oh, you cannot connect to your I am presence if you haven't connected to your higher self, because it has to be with your consciousness level. And I believe we are all connected. Yesterday, I was assisting one adolescent. I was doing a session, and when she came, I always when I have someone in my practice, I connect with the I am presence. My I am presence connects with the other I am presence. So I learned to start getting that support through the I am presence always, whatever I am doing in this practice. And with this, sometimes I realize I am presence, like there is so much noise in this connection. The I am presence is there, but it's kind of, it wants to pour the energy, wants to pour the information, but it cannot come through because there is so much stuff up here that the light cannot come down. So after we start like kind of clearing a lot of things and shifting a lot of things, then I was able to feel how the information was pouring, because all those conflicts that we are holding within ourselves doesn't allow our inner channels, our meridians for the energy to flow through, this divine energy to flow through, because it is life itself. So that's the beauty of this I am presence. So what I was saying is, I feel and I truly believe that everyone, when they decide from their heart and they choose to connect to their I am presence, they can do it, regardless if they have connected to the higher self, if they have knowledge or not. Everyone can connect to it. Yes. So what I do is I support in attuning with the I am presence. So for people that wants to connect or attune with the I am presence, what I do is have that, provide that support, but also I do clearings for many other things, for programs and things that we are holding about different things, self-love, abandonment, fears, and all those things. But all those things sometimes doesn't allow us to connect. But if someone wants just to attune with their I am presence, I support them. I facilitate. It's not that I attune them. I facilitate the space, because the I am presence wants to attune, and that they are the ones that are doing the work. So every person does the work. I support and facilitate the process. So they can feel, they can record and register how they feel the presence. And it's kind of the channel and the vibration is totally tuned. So that's also something that I support. Well, yes, I would say connect. The recommendation that I would say, I'm just reading here, I'm just reading what you wrote. Think I can connect more with my I am and skip the higher self, yet desire the connection more to higher self to navigate 3D life with more ease. That's true. And I would say, let me see. Let me feel through it. I would say connect through your I am presence and ask your I am presence to actualize your higher self, and to also align your higher self with the I am presence, and align your human self with the I am presence, so you can receive the information and the messages. I think like that's going to be helpful. Yes, I would say ask that information, Stacy. That's going to be very helpful. Okay. So thank you so much for this time. It has been beautiful to share this information with all of you, with you and the people that are going to watch the replay. I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, just send me a message. I don't have yet a channel in English, pure in English, mostly it's in Spanish, and I just venture today to do it in English. So, and I hope to do it more. Instead of recording, I decided to do it as Zoom, and the people that wanted to join, perfect, they can join, because it's just, I enjoy more. So thank you so much for joining, Stacy. It was great to have you here. Well, thank you so much. Bye.